Compound interest. It's a way for your money to make more money, which historically is something that people love. Understanding it means learning just a little bit about finance, which historically people don't love quite as much. We think you can have both, so here's how compound interest works. Simple interest is where interest is paid only on the principal deposit, also known as the initial deposit. Compound interest, on the other hand, it's interest on your interest. If you deposit money in a bank account that pays interest, as your principal deposit grows from that interest, you'll earn more money as interest on the larger amount, and then more money on that larger amount, and then more money. Anyway, you get the idea. It's just like sand tobogganing. Well, not exactly, but it's kind of like sand tobogganing. You may start off slow, but the longer you stay on, the more and more speed you pick up. And sand in your pants. Let's get to everyone's favorite part of learning about finance, some numbers that contextualize everything. Max and Candace both have $50,000 they'd like to put in an interest earning account. Max puts his savings in a simple interest savings account that pays 5% per annum in interest over 10 years. Every year, he earns an additional 5% on his principal deposit. That is, every year, he has an extra $2,500 in his pocket. After 10 years, that $2,500 will have grown to $25,000, increasing his balance from $50,000 to $75,000. Sometimes, patience really is a virtue. Candace puts her principal deposit in a savings account that pays 5% per annum compound interest over 10 years. Every year, she earns an additional 5% of her total amount, not just her initial deposit. So after 1 year, the return will be the same as Max, $2,500, or 5% of her principal balance, leaving her with $52,500 total. After 2 years, however, instead of the 5% of her initial principal deposit, her savings now returns 5% of her total amount, or 5% of $52,500, which is an additional $2,625. After 10 years, Candace checks her balance to find it has snowballed, or tobogganed, to $81,445 total, and has earned $31,445 in interest. By having it in a compound interest account rather than a simple interest account, Candace has made nearly $7,000 more than Max over the same period of time. That's the difference between being able to afford 700 indoor plants and not. Or, maybe more sensibly, to go toward the deposit for somewhere to keep your indoor plants, aka your dream home. This process of compound interest continues year after year. The longer you leave your money, the more it grows. Where do we see this in action? It could be anywhere from high interest savings accounts all the way through to stocks and bonds. Not those bonds. It's important to remember that past performance is not indicative of future results, so it's important to speak to a financial advisor or accountant to make sure your investment or savings choices are right for your circumstances. Now you might be thinking, this is pretty good for savings, but what about my mortgage or loans? Well, the same principle applies, but in reverse. If you're paying interest on a loan, compounding can work against you, making your debt grow faster. This is why it is often suggested to pay down your debt faster so you can pay less interest. This does depend on your loan and circumstances. Whether you're saving for a deposit, investing, or simply looking to manage your existing mortgage, a loan market broker can help you understand compound interest, the gooey little center of the delicious treat that is smart financial decision making.